So for the first time since I got here, and you know, potentially the last time ever in the time that I am in Hanoi, because you know, I'm only in Hanoi until this weekend, and then hopefully flitting off, that was not a word, flying off to Saigon. It is sunny, would you believe? And the sky is blue for the first time. It has been grey up till now. And so in celebration of that, I thought, I've got energy for the first time in like forever. I'm gonna do my Q&A. Day 10, definitely neck deep in it. And so I am in my hotel in quarantine right now. It's day 10. Moods are very, very up and down. This is very clearly an up. This is Emily, my roommate. Say hi, Emily. Hi, Emily. Why does everyone do that? Phil did that in the last video as well. Say hi to the vlog, Phil.
Hi, vlog Phil.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a Q&A because I'm in quarantine, and thankfully now I'm in Vietnam, and once I get out of quarantine I will no longer be in a pandemic. I thought today would be the day because it's sunny and I'm in a good mood. So let's do it. So first question, why are you in Vietnam? What are you doing in Vietnam? Hi, why are you in Vietnam, lol? So I'm in Vietnam. You might hear some street noise, apologies. I'm in Vietnam because I'm gonna be an English teacher in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. Basically, last year when whispers started going around saying that I might be made redundant, I decided to do a TEFL course, which basically means teaching English as a foreign language. And a lot of countries that don't have English as their native language hire people from native English speaking countries to come and teach, and it's like a good salary, a good standard of living. And I just thought, you know what, I would really like to not be in the freezing cold rain, not able to see anyone that I know or love. So I finished that in like July last year, and then applied to come to this company who my friend had recommended. Shout out to Liv for introducing me to them. Yeah, they offered me the job in July. I thought I was going to be out here by October, but then Vietnam had a second wave, Scotland had the second wave, or the UK had a second wave, and then it just kept going like that until now. And so they're still not letting people into the country really. They're just letting people in that are like quote unquote experts. I find it hilarious that it says expert on my visa, but I'm technically here as an expert to teach English with this language centre. And so I'm gonna get my placement today or tomorrow hopefully, and know kind of what area of Saigon I'll be in. And yeah, I'll be working like 21 hours a week teaching English. I'll have my own classroom, my own teacher's assistant. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited, and I just thought it would be a really good opportunity to kind of see Vietnam. Basically, Vietnam's been top of my list forever, and I'm just so excited to get out. In saying that,
Quarantine.
I have been in Vietnam for like 10 days and I've seen absolutely nothing other than what is directly outside my window. Although I am very grateful we have this view. I'm just gonna flip the camera around so you can see. It's gorgeous. I hate to sound all like fake artsy, but the juxtaposition here. There's like the modern high-rises, and then there's like the old shack kind of things, and then there's like the French colonial inspired stuff, and then there's the street with like all sorts of different, yeah, it's just brilliant. Love it. Okay, next. One thing you encountered there that reminded you of Egypt and one of Scotland. Okay, Scotland, I can't think of a single thing that reminds me of Scotland. Not even, the high-rises are more big than you would find in Scotland. The weather's obviously totally different. Haven't been out, so I can't really say much. In saying that, so much has reminded me of Egypt. Like, it's like hot but slightly breezy like it is in Alex. The constant car horns and like street noise and people yelling and people selling things from carts and walking through streets like that. I'm not selling Egypt here, but there's a lot of stuff. They like play things through like huge speakers, and I don't know what they mean. I know what they mean when I'm in Egypt, but I've got no idea what they mean here. But no, I feel quite at home because it's so like Egypt in so many ways. So far, in saying that, I've not been out yet and stuff, so. Are you gonna learn how to ride a motorcycle to get around? I would love to. I really don't know, because it seems very unsafe. I've seen a lot of videos, I watch a lot of like travel docs and things like that, and it just seems like a huge hazard. So however, there is an app here called Grab, which is like Uber but for like a motorbike or a moped, and you order a Grab and then you like jump on the back of some other guy's motorbike and just hold on for dear life. I find that absolutely hysterical. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that to begin with, and then Definitely if I end up traveling and it's feasible for me to rent a motorbike or something, then I'll be doing that. I would love to do it anyway. I kind of always thought I would, but now I'm here and I see everyone else doing it, I'm like, maybe get used to how the roads work and stuff like that first and then decide. How's the humidity and your hair doing? Yes, so the hair, it's big, it's voluminous, it's doing okay. I am in Hanoi just now, and that is like the very, very north of Vietnam. Vietnam's really, really like long, and I'm gonna be in the south, like really quite far south, so I've got no idea what my hair is gonna be like there. But I'm just rolling with it. We'll see. I'll deal with it as it comes. It does seem to be very kind of like day to day is very different. I didn't bring my diffuser either because I thought, well, it's warm, isn't it? So it's just gonna dry fast, but I forgot how humid it is, so it doesn't really dry any faster than it would back home, but we move. This is day 2 here. For reference, I washed it yesterday. Thanks for asking. Do you miss me? Absolutely, I miss you so much. Where will you be staying? Flatshare, student accommodation, etc. So, I came out here thinking I'm gonna get like a 1-bed studio type situation. I will not be in student accommodation because I'm not a student, so I don't think I really qualify. However, Flatshare thing is looking likely. I came over with a bunch of people who I get on with really quite well. It's a bug! It's a bug!
Oh my fucking god, calm down. It's not a ladybird.
It's not, it's a moth. Come on. Alright, what is about foot? I was about to flick it. I don't think I'm actually that scared of it. I think I just freaked out a bit and started flapping. She's being a baby. As I was saying. Not my proudest moment. I get on really well with some of these guys, and a few of them are also going to be in Saigon, so definitely at least one of them we're thinking of flat sharing, and then we don't really know where our placements are, so the rest of us we've not really talked about that situation because we need to wait till we find out where our placements are before we can jump on that. But it's definitely nice to know that I'll be in the same city as them anyway, so yeah, we'll see. What are you going to do on your first day not quarantined? This depends on a couple of things. So we don't actually know when we're getting out. We've been told by one pair.
God. Hello? Hi. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the hotel just phoned, and apparently the locals have been complaining that our window's open because they're scared they're going to catch coronavirus from us because we're in quarantine. So it's looking like we're going to have to close the window, but it's a bit weird because it's day 10 and it's been open for 10 days.
So they said we can open it in the evening for half an hour.
We can open it in the evening for half an hour. I'm just going to take a little break. It's about 15-20 minutes later and I've decided to just put it to the side and deal with it when there's something I can do about it. Anyway, what am I going to do the first thing I'm out of quarantine? Right now, I've got no idea when we're coming out of quarantine, whether it's going to be the Saturday night or the Sunday at some point during the day. If it's a Sunday, those of us going to Saigon are going to be taken straight to the airport and like jumping on a plane, which I'm not even bothered about because I just want to get there and start doing the things. Seeing Vietnam and like living, getting my classroom, meeting the staff at my centre, all the rest of it. I'm really looking forward to all of it. If it's the Saturday night, they're going to be putting us in a hotel somewhere else in Hanoi for the night, and then we'll go to the airport the next day. So if it's that night, I'll probably go out, a couple of the guys, and chill for the first time in forever. Maybe find like a little local pub or somewhere to eat, because we probably won't get out till like 10. The food here has also been like decreasing in appealingness as time goes on, so I've become very sick of it. Very, very excited to get out there and get some actual Vietnamese food, because the food here is just, it's not it, not the vibe. How are you finding quarantine? Very, very difficult. More difficult than I thought I would find it. Yeah, I mean, there's some days that go in really quickly. Luckily, the first week we had training, Monday to Friday, so we were training in the morning until like after lunchtime, early afternoon, and then we'd have 2 to 4 hours of homework every night where we had to like watch videos, take notes, prepare for the next day, and that kind of thing. Today we had training, tomorrow we've got training again. So that's kind of been keeping us busy, and I've got like some things going at the same time. But the busyness I'm finding isn't really even the thing. I thought that was what would keep me sane. I'm keeping busy, I'm just not keeping sane. And I think for all of us, we've got quite an active group chat at the moment. All of us that are in the hotel, it's so strange to think like the guys are just down the hall, we can't see them. It's really difficult. It is difficult keeping up with the moods because it really is like 1 minute you're buzzing, the next minute you're like, this is so shit, get me out of here. And I think that's why I've jumped on doing this Q&A right now, because I was in a good mood. However, that call in the middle just like brought me right down again, and that's kind of the perfect metaphor for what this whole entire 10 days has been. I will say I'm surprised I'm not going crazy in the sense of being in a room with someone else. Emily and I didn't know each other until 11 or 12 days ago when we started this journey from Heathrow, and we've been doing really well. Sharing close proximity with anyone is difficult. Sharing proximity with someone you barely know is like a hell lot more difficult, and yeah, we've not really had any issues. We both kind of take our private time whenever we need to, just put our headphones on and it's good. But in general, everyone's moods are very kind of like all over the place. The guys are saying the exact same thing. It's just kind of exhausting. Yeah, just a lot more sensitive to it than before, and also just anxious. I haven't had bad anxiety in years, and I do have those feelings of just like dread that I haven't experienced in a very long time. And I think it is just because I've seen my mood go from so high to so low so quick, and the other way around. So you don't know what's gonna happen in 5 minutes, you know? It's just really sad being stuck inside 4 walls when you know there's a whole world out there that's like living, and we can hear all sorts of things throughout the day. School children, we can smell these incredible donuts, like fresh donuts, and barbecue things. But I'd say overall fine. As fine as quarantine can be, really. What was with the big suits you wore at the airport? I'll put a picture here. Basically, when we'd gone through immigration, like the visa control, and we'd all gotten our visas, handed us these like hazmat suits, which I found hilarious. It's basically to avoid the potential COVID situation that could be like germs on our clothes or whatever, by covering us as much as possible. With like, yeah, just disposable PPE really. And so we had to put them on before we left the airport, and then we were all put in a shuttle bus and taken to the hotel. And when we got to the hotel, we didn't even go through the main entrance. There were like cones in front of the main entrance. This was like 3 a.m. Someone that worked from the hotel standing behind the cones with a mask on and like all this PPE being like, go downstairs. And so we had to walk down the ramp that cars would normally go down to park with our like huge cases. So we're like running after them because they're obviously picking up momentum and getting quite fast. And then we got to the bottom and there was like a man in a table, but he had like barriers around him so that we couldn't get too close. And he'd tell us what rooms we were in, and then we all had to go up to the hotel like to find our rooms via the back elevator. It's really funny because it reminded me of one that was in the medical school in Aberdeen that they used for the cadavers. When are you coming back to New York? All in caps. I have got no idea, man. Anyone that knows me knows I absolutely am in love with New York, but being here has reminded me of what I did once know before I experienced New York, which was that there's an entire world out there that I need to see. I have been there every year for the last, I don't know how many. I can't go back for a while. But maybe this will give my New York family and friends an incentive to visit me for once, because Lord knows they've all promised and not a single one has come. Actually, that's not true, a couple have come. But like by coincidence, like I was in London, so I just thought I'd swing up. Also, like I physically couldn't even if I wanted to because COVID. I don't think they're gonna pay me to go out and teach English in America. Why didn't you tell me you were going? Yeah, I didn't tell many people, to be honest, because of the fact that I've been trying to come out since October, and this was like my 4th attempt. So I was becoming kind of like the boy that cried wolf in the sense that I kept saying, oh yeah, I might be going to Vietnam, and then nothing would happen. And it was going on for so long that I just got so down about it, and I was just like, I don't even know if this is gonna happen. And to be honest, even that last time there, I was still skeptical about it until the moment I was on the plane. I was like, is this gonna happen? And I think most people knew that it was on the cards. It just wasn't like a, yeah, I'm going to Vietnam, because I didn't know whether it was gonna actually work out that way or not. So apologies, I wasn't meaning to be like really secretive. I definitely wasn't trying to like drop some big announcement like, haha, guess what guys, I'm in Vietnam. Everything happened really quickly when it did happen. I found out that there was a potential flight for me like 9 days before I came maybe, and then I spent that entire time just getting together documents, getting my PCR test booked and going to get it done. And yeah, it was a bit crazy. I didn't even have my flight confirmed until like 3-4 days before the flight, so that's pretty much why I didn't tell anyone or told like 2-3 people. I really didn't tell many people, but it's nothing personal and I still love you. How strict is quarantine? Quarantine is as strict as it possibly could be, in my opinion. Everything was contactless pretty much. We got in our hotel rooms and that's the last time we've had human contact, other than the next morning when they came to take a COVID test. We sat on the table outside our room and they kind of swabbed us. But with meals, there's a little table outside our room. They come 3 times a day, ring our doorbell, leave the meal, and then they run away. And every time they come, they're wearing those same hazmat suits with like masks and shields and everything. It's like it's as if we're like contagious with the plague, but I understand it completely. They're just trying to be safe, and power to them. They also gave us thermometers and we have to take our temperatures twice a day at 8 AM and 4 PM and write them on these sheets outside the door twice a day. So we're being quite closely monitored. Yeah, it's pretty strict. Pretty strict. So we've not left at all. They did the COVID test here. They bring our meals to our rooms. That is literally it. And now they're telling us we potentially might not be able to keep the window open, which is not ideal considering there's 2 of us in this room. The other hilarious thing, which has nothing to do with any of these questions, is that this bathroom, you can see that it's like glass. It's got like a blind, but when we came here the blind was open and I was like, me and Emily just met like 36 hours ago. I don't think we need to be able to see each other showering. And so yeah, I was relieved to find out there was a blind, but when I first got here I was a bit like, I can't do that. Like getting my swimming costume out to go for a shower. No. If you enjoyed this, you would probably enjoy my vlog, and I will put that somewhere here. See you in the next one.